Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, they're listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, why don't you join? Yeah. Whoa, Steve Harvey, you're y'all. Better give me some eggs right now. Steve Harvey, yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say, I'm so afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now, one and only. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, if I had time enough to tell the whole trip, the whole journey, then y'all would be sitting up in there going, okay, Steve, are we going to play the show this week? But man, it's been a lot of amazing things has happened to me over the years. And not all of them good. It's been some amazingly bad things that have happened too. But I just come on in the morning as a reminder to everybody of the actual goodness of God, that, you know, man, that these mistakes that you're making, that these setbacks that you keep having, that these falls that keep occurring in your life, that they all are leading you somewhere if you just don't ever give up. That's the key. You can never, ever give up, because you don't know how the trip has been laid out for you. You know, if somebody had told me years ago when I had the dream of being on TV, and then I thought about being one of the best comedians I could be, you know, when I started, if somebody had told me everything that was going to have to happen in order for me to get there, I would have changed it. I would have said, okay, well, I ain't going to be that. How about this? See, and no one can know all of the events of their life ahead of time. You know, it'd be so nice, wouldn't it? You know, to prepare for it, see it coming, be aware of the haters, always knowing when the backstabbing moment is coming in your life, always knowing when you're going to get blindsided by the enemy. It would be really great to know that, wouldn't it? Well, that's not how it works. So, since no one knows exactly the challenges and the pitfalls and the detours that's going to beset them, it's imperative that you just don't give up. Because, see, knowing these things, we as human beings, by nature, would choose another route. But it ain't the route God got for you, though. See, the route God got for you, if you trying to do the right thing, if you doing the best you can, if you ain't out here just intentionally just messing over folks, if you using faith, and that's the belief in things that you cannot see, if you have something on the inside of you that keeps saying there's got to be more to life than that, then that's you. You, my friend, have a great chance here. And if you've ever had that feeling and gave up on it, just get it back. Just ask for it back. Just say, hey, man, I'm getting back to the way I used to be. Because there's a change that's available in your life, but you got to take it. You got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to get it right, but you got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to turn this whole thing around with God's help, but you got to take a shot at it. You. See, this decision is yours. The decision to lay down and give up, that's yours. It ain't it just got too hard for me, life too much. Man, life hard and too much for everybody. What I got to get you to see, my father used to always tell me, he said, son, best lessons in life, the one you'll value and learn the most is a bought lesson. I didn't quite understand that being young, but I sure got it now. Ain't no lesson like a bought lesson, the one you pay for. Those are the ones that hold to you, that stick to you, that start turning you into who you're going to be. Those are the character builders. See, you got to be forged to get to where you want to go in life. See, that's what the challenges and missteps is for. That's what the failing is about. Now, I know you don't like it. I didn't. I know you're not comfortable with it. I wouldn't. I know you wish it was over sooner than later. I always do. I always want it to be over sooner than later, because the later, man, it just seems like it's so much I got to go through. But let me tell you something, man. If you can forge your way through it and understand that you are forged in life. I don't know. I was on TBN one time when I was doing one of my motivational speeches, and I began to wonder about this experience I had at Ford Motor Company. And my last job after the auto industry started going down, my last job was in the foundry. And my job was to stand at the end almost where the engines first come out of the furnace. See, the engines are poured into a mold. It's hot, melted down metal, whatever they call it, lava, whatever. They pour it into a mold, and it goes into this furnace that's extremely hot. And my job was, after the heat was applied to the engine block, it would come through and it would go through a hardening stage. But the way it was hardening, they would cool it suddenly. They would flush it with water. It would just blast water on it. But the fire and the high temperature is what made the engine block solidify. It's because it's got to get real hot, get melted down first. Then it's got to get poured into a mold. Then it's got to be pressure hit with water and all of this. And then it's real hot now. It's still hot, even though there's water been shot up. But when it comes out the end of the side, there's a lot of flashing in it. The flashing is metal from that to drip through the cast molding on it, just like flecks of extra pieces of metal. My job was to hit this engine block in the front with this huge, heavy rubber mallet, knock all the flashing off the front, and when it came around back, to bam, hit it real hard again on the backside. And that became the core of what the car is. A car without a great engine is nothing. It's just a pretty looking vehicle over there. But if it can't do what it was made to do because the engine block then cracked. See, you can have a car look real good, but if it freezes, an engine block crack, your car, it's over, man. You got to get a new block. The block is the core. But in order for the car to do what it's got to do, it's got to have a strong engine in it. In order for the engine to be strong, it's got to be forged in steel, come through fire, get poured in a mold, cooled off, heated, knocked around, beat on the front end, beat on the back end in order for it to be what it's going to be. The moral of the story, folks, is you got to get forged in fire to be what you gonna be. You got to get beat up. You got to get pressure washed. You got to have heat on you. You got to get melted down. You got to get poured into a mold. That's how you become who you are. So the tough things that you're going through, the difficult challenges and the setbacks. I know a brother who went to prison, man, and the whole reason he ended up going to prison because he was looking out the window, looking out in the yard at him working out. And then the next thing you know, man, this brother decided that he was going to go out there and work out. Well, guess what? He's one of the top trainers in country today.
You're listening
to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is upon us. A new day. Another moment in time.
Today's a new day.
But when you look at it like this, though, it ain't nothing but God just doing what he do. Who else can make a brand new day? Tell me, who do that? Nobody. I was having a discussion the other day, and this man came in the room and said, for all of you believers, suppose there is no God. You know what I did? I just walked out the room.
Walked out. Yeah.
Dog, I ain't got no time for this discussion you finna have. Because you're not finna convince me no other way. I don't know why he thought he was starting it. A lot of people gathered around him, started having this debate. I walked out the room. I'm gone. I'm gone. And you know where I went? Fishing.
Hello.
Hey, man, I went straight fishing, man. I ain't got time to talk. Well, I don't know what you talking about, man. Go ahead on about your business. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, the mouth of the South, Mississippi Monica. Government name is Kill Spates, but everybody call him Junior. And the legend that is Nephew Tommy. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Hey, Junior.
Yes, sir.
Dude, what's going on with you today, man?
Hey, let me
You
talk
ain't
to you.
been having no questions lately. You've been making a lot of statements.
I'm making another one, I'm gonna tell you. Did you know there's this new thing coming up because we on our way to Easter? I get the kids having an Easter egg hunt, but now they want the adults to have an Easter egg hunt. I'm too old to walk around and be looking for stuff, first of all, Cause if I go down there and find something, you know what I want to find? I want to find this down payment on this house. That's what I need to go find. I'm not finding no candy. I'm 44 years old. Some of y'all out here, if you're gonna go on the Easter egg hunt, find something that you need in your life, like a committed relationship. You need to go find that in the Easter egg hunt. There's a lot of things in the Easter egg. Find your damn daddy at this Easter egg hunt. What the hell are we out here?
Daddy.
Yeah, what the hell we out here looking for candy for? I'm too grown. Don't send me on no damn Easter egg hunt. You know what? Find something for your arthritis out here in this Easter egg hunt. Too damn old be out here looking for candy. Get something that's gonna work for you in your life. You know what? Find your next car payment at the Easter egg hunt. Everybody run right here. I'm not coming out here for no candy. You know, that's how I like to find these Easter egg hunt. This adult Easter egg hunt. I like to find this damn cure for sickle cell at the damn Easter. I'll walk around for that. That's what I walk out here for. But I'm not coming out here for no candy. Coming out here.
Don't take it as soon as you find it, Junior.
No, right there wherever I find it. I don't care. I'm taking it right there. I'm just not doing this. I'm not for this adult Easter egg hunt. It's not.
Junior,
it's not. Yes, sir.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you understand?
Ask me why I ain't going to the Easter egg hunt.
Why you not going to the adult Easter egg hunt?
Because I got eggs.
And egg money.
Eggs.
Hell, am I going down there for some eggs?
Yeah.
And clearly I have some.
Absolutely. I'm not doing it.
Well, we have learned a lot. What you gonna do with this adult Easter egg?
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Junior's going
Walking
through,
around
isn't he?
looking for stuff.
All right. Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour. Thank you, Junior. We got the pastor and the deacon with church complaints right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is Monday, so you know what that means. It is time for church complaints with Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam.
Gavel most pacifiously as we emphasize what the words are about to enunciations of my lips.
What happened?
As we electrify, as we enunciations comes from my lips.
Yeah.
We biologically
What happened?
will discuss the word in a chronic order,
Dr. Dre?
knowing that we will be together in the aftermath.
In the aftermath. Yeah.
We come now with congregational complaints with none other than the vociferous. Dig it, Def Jam. Come on, D.
I'm vociferous. I like that. I don't have syphilis.
Careful, you need to speed that up. When you said bye and you hung it out there too long.
Yeah.
Junior,
Listen,
before we get started, Junior, I want one of them baseball hats with Kills Hope on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is them lips in the O?
No, them 2 sickle cells, sir.
That's what a cell look like.
If them was lips, I was gonna say that hat don't make no damn sense. I'll take it, though. Go ahead, Deacon.
All right, Amazon came on Friday, Pastor. Your miracle spring toilet water has arrived. When do you want to start healing people with it? And Sister Beatrice wants someone, he wants you to put some on her double-jointed hip. But your miracle spring toilet water has arrived. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I've been waiting on it. It's the latest and greatest latest thing that's out now.
Yeah.
Miracle Spring toilet water. It springs forth from a wonderful toilet in Jerusalem. I'm the only one that have access to this toilet in Jerusalem. And I'd have had them start shipping it out here to me. Lord, it's a wonderful thing.
What does this do, Pastor? People want to know how you will use it on me.
I got started getting it bottle because of a guy over there. I heard him say it had healed the sugar honey iced tea out of him. So I said, we need to bottle this up and sell it in the United States. So it'll be here.
Only one with access to it, Pastor.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm not selling the bottles. Just want y'all to know that I'm selling finger sprinkles. Come to me. I just dabbed in there. Finger sprinkles. Yeah. That way I keep it economical for you. That ain't but $3.50.
Why are we still members of this church? Why?
Moving right along, Pastor. Brother Simon says that he is trying to get his life right. He feels that his time is getting near. He asked, could you come by the house and get the 6 Blockbuster tapes he never returned and drop them off? He's had them since 1985. I told him you might swing by there later on this evening, but it's your call. But he's just trying
anybody told Brother Silas that he just gonna have to get to heaven an answer for that? Cause we don't. There is no more Blockbuster. That nowhere to carry it back to.
Amen.
You've already been charged for this at Blockbuster and in heaven.
Amen again.
So you can go up there and tell the Lord why you kept them tapes. Because I can't help you at this point. I'm not picking them up. I can't play them. I got nowhere to take them.
Okay.
All right. Here's another note. Some of our white members are asking, is it all right when you preaching, if they can say you preaching for sheezy, my kneesy? They want to know if you don't mind if they say that. So they just
I didn't understand what you said.
Some of our white members of the church are asking when you are preaching, if it's all right if they say you preaching for sheezy, my kneesy. They want to know if they can say that.
Oh, they've asked.
That's fine as long as they have Tide envelopes.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
We allow that in here. We ain't Fox News. We have some wayward people at this church.
Yeah.
But as long as you paying these tithes, you can say preach in if you want to.
Well, that's going a bit far there, Pastor. All right. I don't know how to say this. Now, this has nothing to do with you, Pastor, at all. Nothing to do with you, because this is not you. Now, I need you to get that in your head. This is not you. But we have one of our members, Sister Marjorie Harvey, sent in an emergency prayer request. She says her husband has gotten on her last nerves. he won't say who he. We're not gonna talk about who he is, but seems like he's complaining about not being rich enough, and she's asking that maybe you could possibly pray for him, Pastor, or talk to him. But that's her request. It's an emergency.
I appreciate you saying that and everything, but we've researched this letter that came in, and it was written anonymously. It actually came from Sister Jackie Miles.
Oh, did it now?
To be continued.
Just wanted to break that out there. It was we found it on the stationery. She had to try to white it out there, but stationery clearly said after we scraped it off, Chateau was on it. we knew the sauce.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Deacon. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO with our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, actor Jonathan Majors was arrested for alleged strangulation, assault, and harassment.
Strangulation?
Yeah. This is terrible. For strangulation, assault, and harassment of a female, but maintains his innocence. We'll get into that. Judge Joe Brown threatened Cheryl Lee Ralph with a defamation lawsuit. We'll talk about that. And CeeLo's horse collapsed.
Mrs. Harley. Sorry.
CeeLo's horse collapsed while attempting to make a grand entrance. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now it is time to ask the CLO. CLO, this is from Ariane in KC in Kansas City. Ariane writes, my husband is an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I love to read books and watch movies on the weekend, but I have to be confined to my room because he's always got friends over. How do I stop him and reclaim our family room on the weekends?
Well, then reclaim the family room and he could take his friends in the basement in the backyard. That's all. You can't give up your house and it's okay. And you knew your husband was an extrovert before you met him, before you married him. Mm-hmm. He didn't just now start having people over, but you put up with it so you could get the wedding ring.
You got the ring.
Hey man, ain't no married man can do what the hell he want to do in his house because it ain't his. Hell, who ain't understanding that?
I have
you
to
keep
ask.
talking that I gotta ask everything. I can't bring nobody in there.
Yeah.
Can I have company?
Yes.
Now, dog, she bring anybody in there if she want to, but can't nobody stay.
Right.
You know, I ain't look up nobody's stairs. She always asks me that, even if it's relatives, can they stay? Go ahead, Shirley.
But no, I was going to say, Steve, you're right, absolutely. But some women feel like that. They can't say anything. They forget it's their house, too. You know?
How? When did you forget
They
that?
forget that. They do.
I don't understand that. It's in the handbook.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
They just have to be reminded from time to
It's a
time.
man's job to provide the house. It's a woman's responsibility to make it a home. A guy don't know how to make a house a home, man. You can think you can, but if you let a woman really do it, you'll have yourself something. It'll have little amenities in it that your dumb behind can't even think of.
I know how to pay for it. That's all I know how to do. I know how to pay for it.
I don't decorate
good.
none of that, man.
You learned your lesson well.
Man, shut up.
He said, shut up.
Ain't no...
You've learned your lesson. All right, here we go. Jessica in Memphis says, my ex-boyfriend's mother came to town and I went by to tell her hello. My husband was furious when I told him I was going, but I went anyway. I figured he was going to be mad either way, so I went to see her briefly. Why is my husband mad?
Because why are you still connected to your ex? He your ex-boyfriend. His mama. Say hi over the phone and keep it moving. Yeah. I don't blame your husband. I'd be hot too.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about his mama.
Wait, call my mama. Yeah.
That means
No,
she's
for
talking
real, you
to
want to
him.
visit somebody's mama? And look,
Visit
man,
your mother-in-law.
how you know his mama coming to town? And plus, see, look,
Uh-huh.
we ain't got time for that right there. If you ain't got time to maintain that relationship, and then she on the phone, I'm going anyway, he gonna be mad. See, you gonna mess around. Okay, go ahead, go on.
Yeah.
Why he mad? You gonna mess around.
Stay on over there with them
See,
then.
once you tell a man I'm going to do what I want to do no matter what you say. You finna open up a can of worms you ain't going to be able to close.
Yeah, that's disrespect. Too much.
Very much so.
All right, moving on to Misha in Savannah, Steve. Misha says, I walked in on my husband in the bathroom and he was on the phone. I don't know if he had been whispering or what, but he was quiet. He said he was on hold with the bank, but he wouldn't let me see his phone screen. Was he lying or not?
God.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not talking to the bank.
Yeah, he probably was talking to the bank, you know. I know I whisper when I talk to my bank.
Yeah, right.
What do you say? What you be saying, Steve?
Give me some more millions.
What you got on?
What you got on?
Right.
That's what you be saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but if you ain't come in there, I'm going to give him saying that, how much do I owe?
Oh, okay.
So, Tamisha in Savannah, yes, your husband was lying. That's your question.
I mean, you know, what time was it? I ain't never talked to my
didn't
bank
say.
in the bathroom. Ever. Ever.
Right.
You need to be in the daylight so you can pay attention.
Man, I got to have this paperwork out. I got to know. I got to look stuff up while you talking. I ain't be in no bathroom, man. Ain't nothing in here.
You got your reading glasses on, everything.
You finna
right.
do what now?
That's what you asked the bank representative.
Yeah.
You finna do what now?
Do what now?
Yeah.
How stupid is he to be doing that, though, in the bathroom? And his wife is at the house. Now, all right, this is the last one, Steve. Last one. Ava in Harlem writes, I was home sick yesterday and my neighbor's 17-year-old daughter was in her backyard smoking weed with her boyfriend. I know that boy wasn't supposed to be there during the day. So, do I mention this and the weed smoking to my
That's
neighbor?
not your business. Them ain't your kids.
What?
Raise your own kids. It's plenty to do with them. What you worrying about they damn kids for? Raise your own kids. Get all up in here talking about bothering these people about their 17-year-old in their backyard smoking weed with their boyfriend. Yeah, that boy wasn't supposed to be over there. Yeah, they wasn't supposed to be in the backyard smoking weed. But what is your damn kids doing?
Right.
Man, go over there and watch your own family. What you all in this backyard for? Kill me. There's plenty going on your side of the fence. Call your damn kids. And you ain't going to believe what they do.
Best advice ever.
Man.
Yeah.
I know that boy wasn't supposed to be over there. Neither was you.
Talk about nosy neighbors.
See, then you're going to wind up, then you're going to get your mailbox towed out the ground one night. Then you're going to get your little flower bed destroyed. You know, you ain't going to understand who drove by and shot that BB through the window. You can't do nothing to these kids no more. These other kids, they don't do that. Kids don't raise other people's kids no more. That it takes a village, that went out the window.
Yeah.
That went out the window. My generation, last generation did that. It take a village to raise it. No. We got in trouble down the street. Them parents could reprimand us and then bring us up to our parents. They don't do that no more. Leave them little ignorant ass kids alone.
And worry about your own.
Worry about your damn kids. Where they at? What illogical decision have they made?
Where are they smoking weed? All right. All right, CLO, thank you.
Your son probably sitting up in the trap house right now. We're in the trap.
Thank you, CLO. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after
We're
this.
in the trap. Same thing.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, actor Jonathan Majors was arrested over the weekend in New York on domestic violence allegations after an alleged dispute with a 30-year-old woman who was identified as his girlfriend. Now, according to her statement to the NYPD, she and Majors were returning home from a bar, and she confronted him about texting another female, and that started an argument. She reportedly tried to get a sneak peek at his phone, and then Majors allegedly grabbed her hand, slapped her, her, and he put his hands around her neck, strangling her. The woman told officers that she was assaulted and was taken to the hospital with, quote, minor injuries to her head and neck, and officers arrested Jonathan Majors without incident, and he was released from custody shortly thereafter. His rep said in a statement, he has done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. That's all the information we have right now. Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
He don't need that.
That's your hope.
He had next.
Yeah. Number one
You
movie.
can't be doing this. Nah, you can't do this. You got to control that.
I just hope it ain't true.
Yeah.
And if it is true,
Let's not judge him yet. Let's make sure.
No, we're not
Well,
sure.
But
that's
you
what
can't
I'm
do
saying.
that. You cannot
I'm
do
saying
that.
I'm hoping it's not true.
Absolutely.
But now,
If it is.
man,
Never-
damn,
yeah.
dog.
Damn.
Oh, the harder they fall.
But man, listen to me, y'all. They cheer for you on the way up, but when you get there, the biggest cheers is if they can bring you down. And people would do
That's
anything,
amazing.
man. I'm telling you, man, you've got to protect your brand at all times. You got to get, first of all,
Don't
he
put
is at a
yourself
level
in that
right now he's
position.
never been at.
Right.
Yeah.
Now people think he's sexy and all this here. In Creed 2 had his shirt off, Creed 3, whatever that is, had his shirt off. Look, it's gonna be some more people texting.
that's all you saying, huh?
I'm not talking about the incident, y'all. So let's get this. All that I'm talking about is popularity.
Yeah, because he's
When
so
you
hot
look
right
like
now.
that,
That
with
phone
your
gonna get
shirt
full.
off,
It's gonna get
it's
full.
finna be some more people texting. And you have to return these texts.
You have to? That's right.
I don't see no way.
We want to, Carla. We want to.
Oh, that's the difference between have to. The
you don't
desire
have to, but
and
you
what
No,
you
no,
must
no, no, no,
do.
no. You have to return these
And why
texts.
is that,
that
Steve?
because that
Why do
body-
you have to?
Because this is new to you. And you don't know that he don't know yet. See, this type of fame is new for him. Now, he's been working on his craft for quite some time.
Yeah.
But the fame has arrived in 2023. It was going up there and harder they fall. I liked it.
Yeah.
But boy, did nobody like him like this till he took his shirt off.
Ooh. I mean,
Well,
Now, I don't know
mean,
who
at
putting
the
these
end of the
clothes
day,
on him. I don't know who dressing him in these
the
photos.
stylist
but
that's
he need
you
to
have an
fire
issue
him.
with.
Yeah, he need to fire them, take all these feathers off him, all this here, boy. Sitting up here with this bathrobe on. Whoever your stylist is, you need to let them go. Because they showing him wrong.
they're making him too sexy.
No, they
I
it's too.
saw a slavery suit though. It didn't look
Don't.
good. I saw it. It looked.
Come on,
wasn't-
man. You can dress this dude better.
Yeah.
But I
at the
hope
end
it's
of the
not
day,
true. I hope this woman isn't harmed. I hope this was some anger moment. I just said that. I don't know what it is.
He
But
has to control that.
brother, y'all got to really watch what you do.
Yes.
But now, away from the incident, he has to return these texts, ladies. Y'all don't know that, but he has to.
Well,
it's
he
not
doesn't need to
optional.
be in a relationship then.
Yeah.
probably.
Well, the relationship was before this. See,
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't know he had a girl.
see now she
Yeah, I
she
didn't
got
know
to
he had a
cope with the
girlfriend
new
either.
additives. Right. See,
Right.
And maybe she thought she was higher up in the food chain than she was, but he got to see what this. He got to see what all this sex symbol stuff gonna do.
I see it.
Yeah. this
Let me show
happened.
y'all something. Have y'all noticed
questioned
that
about it.
everybody other than John Legend, everybody that's on People's Sexiest Man contest, right after that, they got to go test it.
Except for Denzel.
Yeah. They gotta go test it.
He had been arrived. They just got the
Yes.
notice late.
Right.
Except for Denzel.
Yeah.
Tommy,
gotta
if
go
they
test
vote you People's Sexiest Man in the world,
Alive.
right after that, we're going to have TMZ story.
Oh,
Why you
definitely.
say that, Uncle Steve?
Oh, definitely. I'm not
This fool
going.
said, oh, definitely.
You hear?
You think I'm finna just be sexy and not move around the country with it? What you think I'm gonna do?
Go on tour with your title.
I'm going on tour all over the world with you.
Tour with your title. Go ahead, Carla. Junior, Sexiest Man in America. Next
Really
day,
wet.
what you
Yeah.
gonna do?
I'm telling you right now, we don't wear shirts.
Yeah.
We don't wear no shirts. I don't care what type shirt it is. I never put another shirt on, fool. Junior.
What about you?
I'm starting a cologne line. Sex. That's it. What you gonna do, huh? You sex is men line.
Vest.
You just rocking vest.
All vest.
Just a vest.
Vest.
What about
you gonna do when it's cold outside?
I don't like my nipples showing because they're sensitive.
Okay.
What about the bottoms? What do you
I gotta have a bottom on. That's way too much pressure.
Oh, I'm
The
not doing that.
vest.
Oh no, y'all! I gotta wear bottoms.
Winnie the Pooh moment.
I can't do the Winnie Pooh just a t-shirt.
And do the Winnie Pooh dance.
Yeah.
Damn, Winnie.
Go, Carla.
Winnie.
Pooh tripping.
Pooh tripping.
Damn, Pooh.
He on one.
Pooh, you need to wear your pants, Pooh.
All right, guys. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, Jay-Z is now worth $2.5 billion, $2.5 billion with a B. And his billionaire wife, Beyonce, has a couture fashion line with black-owned clothing line, Balmain. We'll talk about these stories coming up right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, congratulations going on to Jay-Z. He's just become the very first rapper to reach a net worth of $2.5 billion. That's right. I said $2.5 billion with a B. This is according to Forbes. Jay-Z has made his fortune through a range of investments, including real estate, the music streaming service, Tidal, and his liquor brand. He owns a stake in Uber, and he's involved in several other business ventures. So congratulations once again to Jay-Z. Now moving on to Jay-Z's billionaire wife, Beyonce. Beyonce has parted ways with Adidas, and they have mutually agreed to end her Ivy Park collection with Adidas. Reps for Adidas said that creative differences were the reason behind the split, but it could be because Beyonce is working with Olivier Rousteing and Balmain to create her own Renaissance-inspired couture collection, okay? She wants to show off her personal style and highlight Balmain's history. Beyonce's pieces are intricately detailed with beading, embroidery, metallic detailing, all of that. Color palette is a mix of bronze and gold and jewel tones and pops of bright colors. So, Steve, I got to ask you this because you're so into fashion. You love fashion. Would you do a collaboration like this with a brand? And if so, which brand would it be?
These pieces are going to be high. It's going to be expensive, man.
Hell yeah.
Which one you think?
I'd either do, I want to get with Pharrell on Louis Vuitton because he the new designer at Louis.
Oh, yeah.
I'd do something with them.
Okay. Put it
if
out
they
there.
ask me. Or I could easily do something with Dolce.
Oh, yeah.
But they probably
Do something with Levi's, dog. You ought to do something with
think I'm
Levi's.
too old. I don't buy no damn Levi.
Wait, don't say that.
I don't wear none. Last time I had a pair of Levi's.
What you wear when you on your ranch? When you on your ranch? what you wear?
Camouflage,
By Louis
camouflage
Vuitton?
pants. No, by Bass Pro Shop. Dog, you got to
store in the whole
get
wide
the
world.
people that make this stuff that's for people that's out in them woods.
Yeah.
Louis ain't got no business out in them woods. You got to keep them ticks and leeches and gnats off your ass. You ain't got time to be out here making no fashion statement. Snake don't give a damn about no fashion snake statement. You better get these snake boots on, and they only come in 2 colors.
But you're still fly with that. But yeah, congratulations to Jay-Z, to Beyonce. Collaboration, I think
Jay.
collaboration, you and
I wish somebody
Pharrell
would
Steve
come
would
to
be
me with a
good.
collaboration. I would do it in a heartbeat.
That Balmain ain't going to be high, though. If she, man, that's going to be so expensive.
It's expensive now.
Yeah.
I know. I got 2 pieces, and I'm paying notes on them 2. That's high.
Notes, 2 pieces.
Yeah. It's expensive now.
All right. We're moving on. Sister Odell just walked in the studio, so she's here. We'll talk to her right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, so Sister Odell popped in the studio as she does from time to time, and very often lately, huh?
Lord. Well, I don't want to waste a lot of time with my beautiful singing, so I'm just going to say good morning.
Shirley, Carly, Mississippi, Junior, Thomas. What's going on today? What is y'all talking about this morning? I left my glasses, so I can't read nothing.
Oh. Well,
that's why I squint when I don't have my glasses on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, we're glad you're here, Sister Odell, because maybe you can clear some things up. And good morning.
Sure will.
All right. Well, this story. Okay, give us your take on this story. There was a church pastor in Missouri who claims that he said a prayer over the feet of a woman who had only 3 toes. She had 3 toes amputated. Okay, she had 3 toes amputated. Get that in your head. And then 3 new toes miraculously just grew back.
What?
Yes, ma'am. He claimed a.
You believe that?
Well, I mean, I'm asking you if you believe it.
Now, unless your mama's a lizard, what you think the chances of that is? Ain't nobody growing toes back.
It gets deeper than that, Sister Odell. Again, his name is Pastor John Lindell of the James River Church in Missouri. He claimed a creative miracle took place when 3 new toes appeared, and then after another 30 minutes, guess what happened? Toenails grew on the new toes. You can't make this stuff up. Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Sister Bernard one time was shouting at the church.
Yes, ma'am.
And jumped on the top of my nursing shoe with her high heel.
What happened?
And tore the baby toenail off. You know when that was?
When?
1924. It's 2023, damn near 100 years later, and that toenail still ain't back.
It's still gone, Sister Odell. That baby toenail is still
that toenail, she tore it right off with that heel.
Wow.
Oh, but her shouting was over there because I knocked her ass out soon, because I just couldn't help it. You know, the pastor had to talk to me about that. See,
right, I'm sure.
People feel with the spirit. But when she came down on that toe, she was about 240. You know, she's a big woman. She came down on that toe at 240 and tore that toenail off. All I could do was slap her.
It was a reaction. Just, one of those knee-jerk reactions.
It was what it was,
Yeah. Well, this toenail only took 30 minutes, and you said almost 100 years ago your toenail.
Girl, that ain't real. Now, unless somebody, an artist was there and painted some fingers and toes on her.
So you don't believe it? You don't believe this story?
No, I had my cousin got 4 of their toes amputated because she had sugar.
Yeah, diabetes.
And
yes, ma'am.
Her son was an artist. He drew. Drew 4 toes on top of her nose. Girl looked just like feet. But it was weird though, cause the big toe was just way longer than the rest of them. And he painted them on there so good they look real and everything. She was wearing sandals and everything.
Okay.
Just crazy though when that big toe is out that far. It just looks crazy.
Well, that's what happened here. The pastor prayed over her feet, and this is what happened.
Yeah, that's good.
He said a prayer.
That didn't really help. It's these churches now is doing so much tricky stuff. We had a pastor on the internet the other day cussing at the funeral. Had a pistol in his hand.
Yeah, I saw that, Sister Odell. I know what you're talking about.
JPJ.
Him and everybody in there going to hell.
It's too much.
You going to hell for sitting in there listening to him and stuck around for the rest of the service. Once you pull a pistol out, I tell you what. I'm a dead end. I gotta pull mine out. We'll both be just pointing pistols. But your service, you're gonna be nervous though, that's for sure.
Nervous in the service. Yes. All right. Sister Odell, thank you for clearing these things up for us.
Bye-bye, good. Anytime I can help you, let me know.
All right. Thank you. Coming up next, it is a nephew with today's prank phone call right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is, why did she change her wardrobe? Why did she change her wardrobe? All right, we'll find out why she had to change her wardrobe in just a few when we get into the strawberry letter, because right now it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. Nephew. What do you have on the menu today? Something crazy.
Shirley, all week is full week because we on our way to April Fools. I'm gonna be more ignorant this week than mostly.
It's your time. It's your time.
This I got to shine on this. This leads up to ignorance that's coming Saturday night at the Texas Trust. Me and Junior Boy coming in there with Monique, Dominique, and Rodney Perry.
Yes,
we coming up in there ignorant. So I'm gonna be more ignorant than ever before. This prank right here is called You Ain't Married.
All right.
But who you telling this to?
I'm not trying to convince y'all or nothing. That's not what I'm trying to do. Y'all know I'm ignorant. I'm not trying to convince y'all. I'm just letting you know the magnitude of the stupidity that's going to be this week. Okay? I'm just letting you know the magnitude of the stupidity that's going to be this week. Nah. I said it. Let's go, cat dog. You ain't married.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Brian.
Yeah, this is me.
How you doing, Brian? My name is Daniel. Wanted to give you a call today. You got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. You're Brian. Brian, right? You're married to Althea.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's me. That's my wife. Yeah.
Okay. Got a question for you. How long have you guys been married?
Going on 9 years now. We've been married. Now, who is this?
My name is Daniel. Were you guys married at Greater New Missionary Baptist Church?
Let me see. Yep. That's the name of that church. Yeah, Greater about 9 years. Yeah, that's right. Why? What's going on? What you asking me all these questions for?
Okay. Do you remember the minister that officiated your actual wedding ceremony?
Yeah, that was
Reverend. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the right person. I wanted to make sure I had the right person, Brian. So I'm sorry if it seemed a little weird to you. Here's what's going on. We've just come up with a new discovery. A lot of information that Reverend, none of his credentials are true. Everything is false. He's not a minister at all. He never was a minister, and every single wedding ceremony that he officiated is basically null and void. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you and Althea, even though you think you've been married for 9 years, you guys are not married at all.
No, Doc, you got to have the wrong person. Because me and Althea, we got married about 9 years ago, and he the preacher. I know that, Brian. I know that. What I'm telling you is, he never was ordained. He's never been an ordained minister. He's not a minister at all. So when he performed this ceremony, your wedding ceremony, he had no right to be doing that. You guys are not married. You know, you guys have been living in sin for 9 years. Hold on, Doc. Let me tell you something. I ain't been living in no sin. Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years, and that man, he's a preacher. I'm telling you, he's a preacher. I heard him preach last Sunday.
Sir, as of today, he has no right to be in anybody's pulpit. He has no right to be officiating, whether it's weddings or funerals, no matter what it is, christenings for children. He's not allowed to do that, and we have officially stopped him from doing anything serving under as being a pastor or a minister. We have stopped that. But what I want you to know is that you have been living in sin, and we want to try and get you guys married as soon as possible so you're not living in sin.
Oh, no, Doc. I ain't been living in no sin. I have been married for 9 years. This woman, she has been taking care of me and my kids for the past 9 years.
Wait a minute. You guys have children?
Yeah, we got two kids. Two beautiful kids.
Okay, then those kids are bastards.
Bastards? Hold on. Let me tell you something. My kids ain't no bastards. What about your kids? Your kids are bastards?
No, sir. My kids were born in wedlock. Your kids have been born out of wedlock.
I'm telling you, that man did my service, and he is a preacher. He's a man after God's own heart himself. He done everything that he could for me and my family. He is a preacher.
Sir, I know it's hard for you to swallow the truth, but I want you to know, and I need you to be able to tell Althea that you guys are not married, not as of right now.
No. Okay, so hold on. Now, back in the olden days, before all these colleges and stuff came about, you telling me that them men back in the old days, that they wasn't no preachers, that they wasn't men after the cloth? Is that what you're saying to me?
What are you getting at, sir?
What I'm trying to say is back in the olden days, back in the 20s and 30s, they didn't have all these colleges and all these degrees and stuff like these new preachers got these days. That man now, he was from back then, and God called them, and that's what they went on to. And all them people that they married back then, they did the same thing today. You don't need no degree to say that you're a preacher. You don't need no license to say you're a preacher. Me and my wife, we've been married for 9 years. My kids have been born in wedlock. We were married. We were married by Reverend. My friends and family, they was all there.
Sir, the bottom line is that you have been living in sin because you have not been married with your wife for the last 9 years, and your kids, I hate to say it, your kids are bastards.
Now, hold on now. I done told you. Don't say nothing else about my kids. See, I ain't no cusser, but don't push me. My kids ain't no bastards. You understand me? You don't get me upset.
Sir, I'm trying to give you the truth and try to get you in here and get you married so you will not be living in sin any more than what you are.
I ain't living in no sin. Look, now you gonna make me whoop your ASS. You understand? Me and my wife, we have been married for 9 years. Don't sit up here and call me talking about that we ain't married. That man ain't no preacher. You understand? Now get off my phone. That's my wife. Those are my kids. They have been born in wedlock. You understand?
Sir, I just wanted to call and give you the information so that you could probably stop living in sin. That's all I wanted to do.
I ain't living in no sin. That's what I just told you. You ain't hear me? I ain't living in no sin. Maybe you the one that's living up in some sin. Now, you ain't got nothing to say to me. That man that married us 9 years ago. Now, get your ASS off my phone.
Sir, I have one more thing. I'd like to say to you.
You ain't got nothing else to say to me. You ain't get your ASS off my DAM phone. Now, do you understand me? I ain't got time for this foolishness.
Sir, can I say one more thing?
What you got to say to me now?
I just wanted to let you know that this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife, Althea, got me to prank phone call you.
Oh, man, no. Oh, Lordy. Doc, yeah. Doc, yeah, I almost went in on you, Doc. You almost made me go there. Yeah, I'm a good Althea. You say Althea put you up to this?
Althea got me to prank you, man.
Wow, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man, you all right with me, brother? I got to ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
You know, Shirley Caller, y'all might, and Junior too, y'all might want to check and see if y'all pastor really got the credentials. Y'all might not be married, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of y'all might not be married.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Who was your pastor, Carl, that married
Dr.
y'all?
Reverend James E. Lightfoot.
Ooh.
You know he a pastor. His name
he a real
alone.
Pastor. He a real pastor.
Yeah. From the north side of Houston, Mount Zion.
And I know Shirley because that was Jasper Williams.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, Junior, who married y'all?
You were there.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. You participated.
Yeah. We were there, right?
Yeah. Your baby was in my wedding, Carla.
Right.
Yeah.
Junior, who married y'all?
Amy.
Amy? Oh, yeah, you might not. You might not be married to. You might not be married.
You might need to check your paperwork.
That's why I was quiet the whole time. I ain't want to tell you.
You might not be married.
Her name is Amy. That's all I know.
Strawberry letter coming up next. Subject: why did she change her wardrobe? Why? We'll find out right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on work, sex, parenting, or more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. And all you have to do is click Submit Strawberry Letter. We will receive your letter. We will get your letter. We will read your letter. And we will possibly read it on the air. And you never know, it could be yours.
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject: why did she change her wardrobe? Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married for 12 years and I love my wife, but sometimes I cheat. I tell all the women that I am married, and I make sure they have something to lose too before we go all the way. So, having said that, one of my son's teachers had that look in her eye like she wanted to get to know me better. My wife loves her, so it was just my luck that my wife asked her to keep our son on Tuesday and Thursday nights so she could take a public speaking class for work. This teacher lady is fine, and she knows it. I started going home early to relieve her, and I always let her know I was interested. After a week or so, she started flirting back, so I paid her extra money for babysitting so she would know what was up. She propositioned me first, and she said she was bored at my house, so I needed to come home early to check on her. So I went home to check on her. We started playing around, but I am not ignorant enough to have sex in my own house, so we planned to meet up the next day at a hotel. That was Tuesday, but then on Thursday, things went left. I got home early, and this chick was in my house wearing a tight-fitting dress with her breasts and behind poking out, and she smelled like expensive perfume. Her hair was done, and she had on makeup. I loved it, but she was overdressed for her babysitting job. I told her to hurry and leave before my wife got home, but it was too late. My wife walked in, and the first thing she asked was, why did she change her wardrobe? She didn't have that on when I left. I was standing there looking stupid with my boy at attention. Miss Teacher Lady lied and said she had a date to get to. Nothing happened at all. So how do I convince my wife? Listen, you serial cheater, okay? If you think I'm going to help you convince your wife that this one time you didn't cheat, you're crazy. You get no sympathy. No sympathy here. Maybe Steve will help you. I don't know, but I'm not helping you at all, because this is what you do. This is what you do, and this time you just got caught. I just have to tell you, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You said she was fine. She gave you the eye, and you let her know you were interested. You even paid her extra for babysitting. You were playing around with her in your house and made plans to see her the very next day. Then you went home early to check on her. You said you weren't that ignorant to have sex with her at your own home, but you are stupid, though. Nothing in this letter says you're smart or that you respect your wife and your marriage, because you've already admitted you're a cheater. You did that in the first couple of sentences. And you act like it's no big deal. I'm not helping you get out of this. This is just too dumb for me. It's too dumb. Steve?
Thank you, Shirley. I'll take it from here. I admire and respect your opinion. I think you're spot on. Now, let me give this dumbass man some thoughts. Joe stupid behind. Boy, you're so damn dumb. You've been married for 12 years, and I love my wife, but sometimes I cheat. Right there, dog, you lost every woman listening to this. There's nothing we can say or anything we can say to you that's going to fix this. You're stupid. I wouldn't even have wrote no letter and said nothing like this. What is you talking about this for? You dumb. You don't think somebody gonna read this letter that know somebody's wife that hired a teacher for Tuesday and Thursday, that know a lady that's taking a speaking class? You don't see nobody doing 1 and 1 is 2? Man, you dumb. I tell all the women I'm married, and I make sure they got something to lose too. What? You don't care nothing about the one you finna lose. You think they're going to say, oh, I got a lot to lose too, let's lose it together? That's what you think they're going to say? So having said that, one of my son's teacher had that look in her eye like she wanted to get to know me better. My wife loves her so much. It was just my luck. Here we go. He lucky now. I like this part right when he said, just my luck. I couldn't believe it, man, that my wife asked her to keep our son on Tuesdays and Thursday nights so she could take a public speaking class for work. Teacher lady fine, she know it. I started going home early to relieve her and always let her know I was interested. Well, after a week or so, she started flirting back, so I paid extra money for babysitting so she would know what was up. Oh, you bought it? She propositioned me first and said she was bored in my boy. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. You started paying her extra money to let her know what was up. You was propositioning her. Then you turned around and said she propositioned me first. She said she was bored at my house. No, that was to give you what you had paid for. See, since ain't none of y'all coming out and saying it, y'all suddenly doing it. You start giving her extra money for babysitting so you could let her know what was up. Then she said, well, I'm bored at the house. You need to come check on me. You can start getting some of this money back in payment form immediately. That's what happened, dog. Try to write in here like ain't nobody, like somebody stupid. Nah, we get to the rest of the stupid letter when we come back.
Yeah. Whew. All right. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up on today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, why did she change her wardrobe? We'll get back into it at 23 minutes after, right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter and finish up with your response.
Well, this man been married 12 years, and the subject is why she changed her wardrobe. Mm-hmm. He loves his wife, but he cheats sometimes. Okay. Like I said, after you said that, bro, you lost everybody in the letter. And you tell women all the time that you married, and I make sure that they have something to lose too. Like what? Like what? And what woman do you get to go along with this that says, yeah, we got a family too and we'll lose it? Bruh, do you understand how that don't make no sense? And you're just telling us that in the letter because you're not finding a whole lot of married women that want to do this. You just not, dog. You ain't nobody that fortunate. You putting it out there like you try to make it so, like, you know, if you gonna let something lose, you make sure you with women got something to lose too. You stupid. And there's a teacher at the school that's real fine that's one of your son's teachers, and your wife loves her so much, you say it was just your luck that your wife asked her to keep your son on Tuesdays and Thursdays so she could take a special speaking class. You said, hot dog, that's just my luck. And I started going home early to relieve her, but I always let her know I was interested. Then about a week or so, she started flirting back. So I paid her extra money for babysitting so she would know what was up. Then this fool said she propositioned me first and said boy, stop. You made the proposition by paying the extra money to babysit. All y'all doing is y'all doing an act of prostitution, but what you're doing is you're not calling it prostitution. You paid her extra money to babysit. Wink, wink. Just so she would know what was up. She, being tricky herself, got the message and said, I'm bored at your house. You ought to come home early and check on me. What you think she wanted you to come home and check? So now you take your stupid behind home to check with her, and y'all start playing around. But then he say, I'm not so ignorant to have sex in my own house. Okay, bruh. So the playing around y'all was doing, slapping, kissing, the pressing up on each other, maybe some other things. But you didn't have intercourse in your own house is what you saying. So we planned to meet up the next day at a hotel. That was Tuesday. But then on Thursdays, things went left. Dun, dun, dun. Now we into the letter now. Things went left. I got home early, and this chick was in my house wearing a tight-fitting dress with her breasts and behind poking out. She smelled like expensive perfume. Her hair was done, and she had makeup on. I loved it. But she was overdressed for her babysitting job. So you don't get busted. You told her to hurry up and leave before your wife got home, but it was too late. Your wife walked in. The first thing she asked was, why did she change her wardrobe? She did not have that on when I left. I'm standing there looking stupid
with my boy at attention. So Miss Teacher Lady lied and said she had a date to get to. Nothing happened at all. So how do I convince my wife? Wait a minute, hold up, man. Are you that stupid? So let me ask you something. First of all, you stupid for what you're trying to get away with. But this last question, the girl had given the explanation for the tight dress, makeup, breast, booty out. She said she had a date to get to. Nothing happened at all. So how do I convince my wife? What you got to convince her of? It's right there. But see, you're so stupid. You done wrote a letter in, and you don't think that somebody out here gonna hear this letter that know that there's a woman taking a special speaking class, where ain't that many of them, who has hired a school teacher that watches her son, that's fine, and got a husband. You don't think none of that gonna happen. And now you sitting up here going, how do I convince my wife? Dog, the convincing is gonna have to be after this letter air. You're going to have to convince her that you didn't write this letter, that there's another man somewhere with a son that's got a fine teacher and who they wife was taking a special speech class at night, and they was over there watching, and he would come home early, and then he saw this lady with all this outfit on, and then told her to hurry up and leave for his wife came home, and his wife came home just like your wife came home. You see how stupid this is? I'm not finna help you, dog. But you really, that ain't even your problem. Your overall problem is you's about a stupid something. And I can't help stupid people. I just can't. I can't. Dog, your marriage is gonna be over shortly because you're gonna get busted. You damn near got busted now. You couldn't even make it from Tuesday to Thursday. I be damned.
You're disappointed?
You ain't got no cheating skills. You can't make it 2 days.
All right, hit us up on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM to comment on today's Strawberry Letter. You can also check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Okay, I don't know if y'all saw this, Tommy, but man, I got to give a shout out, Unc, to the Florida Atlantic University.
Boy.
He's out. Man,
Woo!
I'm talking about...
I saw it.
What y'all know, Unc? Hey, what did I tell you? I know, Unc.
I don't know why and when y'all gonna start hearing me.
Man.
Who did they beat, Junior?
The Kansas State, man.
What?
You ain't get all of them right.
Hold up.
Kansas State, and then they knocked off Tennessee. You did pick that up. You did. You said y'all not
You
watching
picked Alabama, though. You did pick Alabama.
Well, they go.
I picked Alabama.
Yeah, they go.
I picked something else, too. I'm waiting to hear it.
U of H.
Yeah, pick Miami. He did.
You picked Miami. You did. Let me tell you this, though, man. I'll give another shout out, man. You know who's scaring me right now, though, in this tournament? Them boys up in UConn. They not playing. They not doing 10 3-point victories. They doing 20-point victories. They not playing. UConn knocked off Gonzaga. Won't be there this year, Gonzaga. Sorry. Won't be there this year.
Zags are out.
The Zags is out. Won't be. Timmy, the Timmy with the mustache. All right, dog. Go to the NBA, man. Get you some money. It's over, man. But it is a really good tournament. This tournament has been one of the best. What up, T?
Junior, that little dude from Kansas State, though, man.
Hey, man, played his heart out, dog.
Man.
Played his heart out. Boy, played his heart out, man.
What happened to the U of H game?
We already went over that. We already went over that.
We know.
We went over that.
We
don't have to keep going over it.
I tried to tell y'all that.
Yeah, you did. You did, Unc. Okay, that's fine. You right, Unc. You got it.
Okay, so tell me the games and let's go over what happened.
Okay. Okay, the game with Miami and Houston. What did you see in that game?
Did I not tell you what Miami was going to do? Okay, next game. Let's not let next game.
Okay, FAU and Tennessee. What did you see in that game?
FAU had them red and white uniforms on. They wore white the other day with the red. I was trying to get a little credit right here.
Shut up.
Go ahead, Junior.
Okay, I just think this tournament.
All right, one more game, Junior.
I'm not bringing that one up. I'm not doing it.
One more game.
We got to go. Hey, let's go. Sure. We know.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Junior. Coming up at the top of the hour, we have a few questions from SteveHarveyFM.com right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, this is from Charlie in San Diego, Steve. Charlie says, I've been married 2 years, and my husband got me a beautiful diamond pendant, and I can't find it anywhere. I feel terrible because he saved up a long time to get the exact one I asked for. Should I try to replace it or let him know that I lost it?
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do what?
I've been through this.
I wouldn't tell him you lost it.
You say
because see, men don't take that well, ladies. Because we work hard and we try to give you the things you want in life, and then your little careless behind go lay it down somewhere. Now it's gone.
Don't get me started.
What happened?
And you didn't have it insured.
Y'all in my business.
What happened, Tommy? What's going on? You lost something?
I bought Jackie a bracelet, and she lost it, and I ain't right to this day about this here, and we did not have it insured. Now I don't want to buy her ever a piece of jewelry.
Piece of jewelry ever again?
Ever.
What Shirley, I've done that too. I lost some jewelry too. I lost a Rolex my husband got me.
You lost a Rolex?
A Rolex.
You on punishment now.
I was on punishment for he replaced it, but I had to hear about it for a long
You were saying under your breath, shut up. I know I lost it.
Hold on, Carl.
I'd have bought you one of them clocks that old boy be wearing around his neck. You wouldn't have got no Rolex.
Hold on, Tommy. Babe, let me see your hand.
You want to see your ring? You want to know what a ring is?
Yeah.
Specifically your left hand, third finger.
Man. You good?
All right, Steve, this is another one from Jorge in Arlington, Texas. Jorge says, my girlfriend and I have been off and on for 3 years. We had sex last week, and I mistakenly said to her, look into my eyes, Angie, while we were having sex. That's not her name, and she left my house in tears. I feel so bad for what I did, but I told her it was an honest mistake because we break up so much. That made things even worse. What should I tell her?
God, man.
It ain't what you need to tell her. You probably need to call Angie and see if she's available for a full-time relationship. That's really what you need to do, dog. Because you ain't finna fix this one, dog. Because y'all gonna be sitting up riding in the car one day and say, babe, what you think of that over there? Why don't you ask Angie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a wrap, dog. This is a wrap.
Messed that up, partner.
And see, dog, what's crazy is you didn't just say her name. You put it in a sentence.
Oh, man.
Because you ain't never asked her to look in your eyes before.
Oh, Angie.
Look into my eyes, Angie.
Angel.
Dog, you didn't feel no moment of I need to stop this sentence. You didn't start coming out your mouth. You didn't say, look, you didn't think to try to go, look, baby, look into my eyes. Again.
Again? What happened?
Yeah, I was trying to say again and I got coughed up. Look into my eyes again.
Angel.
Okay.
He could have said angel. Anything. So what should he tell her? There's nothing he can say, you're saying?
No, you need to call Angie, dog. Yeah. See, we break up so much that ain't going. So every time you break up, this what you go do? Okay, cool. That's it, dog. You ain't gonna be able to fix this. The reason you break up is for cheating, and then when you break up, you go cheat some more, and then when you get back here, you starting to call her the names of the people that you're cheating with. You got to let this go, dog.
And then this proves another theory you have, Steve, that men are never off. Men are never off.
We don't do off. Just off with you.
It.
Right there. That proves his statement for
this
sure.
Proves it.
You're right about that, sure.
Yeah.
And then he called her by one of the off's name. This is too crazy. All right. Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, our prayers are with the families in Mississippi and, of course, throughout the Southeast that lost loved ones in the tornadoes this weekend. At least 26 people were killed, 26 people, and many injured after at least 11 tornadoes were reported across Mississippi and Alabama. Within a 24 period, this happened within 24 hours. President Joe Biden spoke to officials in the Mississippi area, and he said he is, quote, praying for those who have lost loved ones in the devastating tornadoes, and the plan is to focus our federal support where it is needed most quickly. And that's a good thing right there to help. Federal relief, yeah.
Yeah, I saw some devastating, horrific images and pictures.
Yeah.
From that, this weather, this global warming, what's going on in this?
I've been going through it while being in Dallas. I never heard the sirens before.
Tornado warnings.
I never. It's all new to me.
Wow. Yeah. And you do not like thunderstorms and tornadoes.
Oh no, I get to cover immediately. I find where I need to be.
Yeah. But again, like the president said, our prayers are with the families in Mississippi, Alabama, all across the Southeast. Wow.
This is something.
Yeah, this really
something.
is.
These natural disasters are happening more
in
frequently.
A day? In 24 hours, all this happened? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather your wife read your mind for one day, or would you rather your wife read your texts for one day?
Oh, this is
either way.
Get up in here. She can get these texts. She just can't get the text between me and Tommy. That's all she can.
Yeah.
She just can't get me and text and Junior's text.
She can't get it. Yeah, you can read these.
She can get your text to Carla. Me and Carla.
The last thing she need to do is read my mind.
All right. Would you rather have the nickname Tiny, or would you rather have the nickname Speedy? Yeah.
Well, I know which one I'm taking. Tommy, which one you want to take?
Boy, I almost cussed at you, dog.
Not on the air, no.
I almost said it, dog.
You know better.
He knows exactly what I was going to say. And it end with you. I was about to say it, dog.
Thank you.
I just want to know.
I almost fired one off at you, dog.
All right, so what's the verdict? Would you rather Tiny or Speedy?
No.
It's you. And he know what it is. It's you.
Yeah. No, Shirley, I'm Speedy. For damn sure, I'm Speedy.
I ain't finna be Tiny, though. I'm sorry. I'm not finna be Tiny.
I'm going to tell you what right now. I ain't either one, so I'm going to struggle.
Oh, no. You got to choose. You got to choose.
Would you rather is the name of the game.
Tiny or Speedy?
Yeah. I'm going to let them go and call me Tiny. Yeah, call me Tiny.
And surprise them later.
Yeah. Surprise.
Squash that rumor, huh? Squash it real quick.
Why they call you Tiny? I don't know. I think they was talking about one of my teeth.
All right. Would you rather live in a house with no doors, or would you rather live in a house with no TVs?
I gotta have them TV. I just gotta deal with them doors.
What? Ain't no doors. I got to deal with no dog. Yeah. Well, you talking about somebody just walk up in my house while I'm watching TV?
Wait a minute. What about the bathroom? No door.
No, I got to have a damn door. Man, I watch TV on the computer, phone or something. I got to have a door. And when I go in that bathroom, I got to have a door. And you got to have a door, too.
To protect you.
This door is not just for me.
All
Baby,
right,
I'm going in here. Get off the floor. Oh, my God. I go in there without a door. You got to go downstairs somewhere.
What
did you eat?
Are you okay? That's today's round of Would You Rather. Thank you, guys. All right, coming up, it is our last break of the day, and we'll close out the show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, right before we get to the closing remarks, Steve, we got to talk about the 10th annual iHeartRadio Music Awards. It takes place tonight. It is going to be live from the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles with an all-star cast of performers and honorees, including performances by Lotto, Money Long, and Kelly Clarkson, with Pink and Taylor Swift receiving special awards. 4-time Grammy winner Lenny Kravitz will be hosting this year's iHeart Music Awards. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Girl,
I know, right? And it's free. Lenny said he's thrilled and he intends to celebrate the best in music. So check out, again, the 10th annual iHeartRadio Music Awards taking place tonight live from Los Angeles. There
on
you
Fox.
go. Mm-hmm.
Yep, on Fox
Hosted,
tonight.
Yes. Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
LL Cool J making a special appearance too.
Oh, yes, LL. Ladies, no.
Cool. We'll be watching.
Mm-hmm. All right, Steve. It's on you. Take it away.
We were talking about this story earlier about Jonathan Majors.
Oh, yeah.
And him being arrested in New York and accused of attacking his this female, assault and strangulation. Mm-hmm. I can't tell people enough about the world we live in today. It just, for me, the way I was raised, I'm from a different time, I understand it. So I'm going to prep this with, I know that I'm older than most people listening, and I'm older than most people that are fans, because I have fans from very young all the way to senior citizens. So I do understand that what I'm saying comes from a different era of thinking, but it shouldn't be. I was just taught never to put my hands on a woman. I've been hit by women a few times in my life. Slapped, stuff thrown at. I've never retaliated. Because I was told you are too strong of a man to do that. Physically, you're too strong, and mentally, you're too strong. You're just too strong of a man. You don't do that. Just leave the house, go get in the car, take yourself a ride, calm yourself off, but don't ever put your hands on a woman. I don't see why that's such a hard rule. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what it is, but I do thank my father for that, because my father, he put that in me and my brothers early on. I've put it into my sons. And thank God to this point, none of my sons have ever laid their hands on a young woman or a girl before. It's not hard, fellas. It's just who we are as men. You know, this ain't about feminism. This ain't about chauvinism. This ain't about, women's lib. This ain't about nothing. This is just about a simple thing of respect. Let me tell you something. The majority of your money when you're famous is spent protecting your brand. Well, how's that, Steve? Well, let me explain something to you. You can't be somewhere where people can just walk up and ring your doorbell, because the brand gets risked when they have access to you. You can't just jump in Ubers and cabs because you're wealthy and famous, because your brand is being put up at and just a risk. It's no need to do that. You can't not live in gated communities and with gates. You can't do that.
And if you get even further up there, you got to do even more. Well, Steve, that don't make no sense. You can't be regular. You not. No, you can't be regular. It's a lot of you out there who are not famous. You can't be regular no more. You've risen above it. If you're the first person in your college, in your family ever go to college, you ain't regular no more. You done broke the code. If you're the first one that's a supervisor in your family, you done broke the code. To whom much is given, much is required. And you going to find out here they come because they know you did something different. You have to spend your money protecting your brand. If you make a certain amount of money, it's certain places you can't live. You can't be the only one there with money because now you're flashing. Oh, you showing out. So you going to buy all this furniture. Man, come on now. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop acting like you don't. Now, somebody going to email, Steve, that's why you can stay in the hood. I ain't talking about the hood. I said when you start making a certain amount of money, it's certain places you can't live. You call it what you want to call it. But it's all about growth. In order to grow, you got to go. That's a fact. This ain't no theory of mine. What has happened to this young man is he didn't realize. Now, I don't know the story he's talking about. He was in a taxi cab. You can't be in cabs no more, dog. You got to get a driver. You got to get somebody where if you're going to have private moments, they can remain private. Now, hitting a woman and strangling a woman, ain't nothing private about that, man. You have to pay if you did that. But, man, if you don't give them a pen to stick you with, they can't stick you. I'm telling you, man, when you can't get Uber. You can't do that. And when you got a brand, you got to protect your brand. You got to control your anger, man. You need to go somewhere. Get yourself together because I don't know, somebody told you never to hit a woman before. Now, I don't know if whatever she did, snatched your phone, read your text, whatever. Is it worth it now? Even the accusation alone is damning. We're in a cancel culture, brother. Y'all people need to be careful out there because if you do something like this, they gonna cancel you. And all for what? We got to think better. Use your head, man. Control your anger. Protect your brand. Those are my closing remarks. See y'all tomorrow, God willing. Y'all have a great day. Talk to God today, y'all. He would absolutely love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.